tells us many things, and history always says, learn from the past so you don't make the same mistakes in the future. But sometimes reliving the past, this could be just as fun. So, hey everybody, I'm Cortez, and I'm a critic, and we're talking about the Bears and another hopeful season. Yay. So, the Bears. Here we are again. New head coach. Caleb Williams got to learn a whole new thing. Players coming in. Expectations higher than the Mile High City. Bears look good in preseason. Benny Johnson doesn't feel like we're there yet. The NFC North is more competitive. Micah Parsons is a Packer. Like I said, I'm going to say it 100 times. So, Bears, I think you got more question marks this year than last year. And I feel like you cannot say, well, he's a rookie as your excuse anymore. So, yeah, Chicago, it's going to be tough this year. And the 3 games you got to pay attention to, we're going to go with Week 8 at Baltimore. Yes, it's a non-conference game, but it's Baltimore. You want to see, by the midway point of the season, where you guys are, where you stand with the big elite player, the one that are competing for literally Super Bowls and not just thinking of making a playoff spot. Go to Baltimore and beat the Ravens. I think that's a good test to see it. Beat the Ravens. Beat them. And if you can't, then you're not there yet. Sorry. But that'd be a good test. Week 13 at Philadelphia. Okay, so Baltimore wasn't your taste. But if you definitely want to compete in the NFC, you got to beat the defending Super Bowl champion who was in the NFC in Philadelphia. So, yeah, you got to beat the Eagles. Beat the Eagles. Go to Philadelphia and punch them in the mouth. You want to prove yourselves that you're competitive? You want to prove that you guys compete? Beat Philadelphia. Why not? And it's week 13, so by this point, most teams, including you, Chicago, are probably trying to figure out their identity, what kind of team you are, what players are healthy, what players are proven, what players are like, oh my God, I can't wait to cut them in the offseason. So to me, yeah, Philadelphia, beat them. Go to Philadelphia, beat them, prove that you say, hey, we're competing, and that might give momentum, confidence for the last few weeks of the season. And then week 16, you're hosting the Packers. You beat the Packers. It's such a great feeling. And Green Bay, by the way, they have Micah Parsons, in case you didn't know. They want to sack your quarterback that likes to stay in the pocket so long. And Green Bay, at this point, could literally be competing with Detroit or even the other teams in the conference for playoff positioning. So they don't want the Bears to get in the way. So if you want to prove that, hey, we're not giving up this season by week 16, beat your division foe and Green Bay Packers, who also got Micah Parsons, by the way, in case I haven't mentioned that yet, just in case it just slipped your mind. But week 16, you're hosting the Packers. Good way to prove yourself you're not quitting. And definitely prove a way that you're still fighting to the end. Because my highest point for you guys is 10 wins. 10 wins. And 10 wins might be third place in your own division. And seriously, depends how everyone else goes, 10 wins can still make you, no. No, you didn't make the playoff. Everyone else got 11 wins. Sorry. How bad would that be? A 10-win season and you guys still missed the playoffs. But don't worry, things go really solid in Benny Johnson's first year, and the offense just can't click because it's just overly complicated, and Caleb Williams just can't grasp it. 7-10, guys. You guys will lose too many games in the worst possible situation, probably against division foes. You probably get swept by the Packers or the Lions or both. And quite frankly, you guys just be not good enough. Not good enough. Not good enough to get a top 10 pick, and definitely not good enough to make the top 14 teams. So either 10-7 or 7-10. Mirror reverse. My MVP candidate, I'm sure people want to say Caleb Williams, but I think DJ Moore was a big reason for Caleb Williams' success. This guy who was traded by the Panthers and probably viewed as an afterthought would probably think maybe best if he goes away because he doesn't like his home. I say DJ Moore is the only reason why the Bears have any chance. Yes, I know it's supposed to be Caleb Williams, but just like I feel about Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb with their quarterback situation, DJ Moore is going to do a lot of heavy lifting to help the offense move forward. And DJ Moore is definitely going to prove his worth to Chicago and prove why Carolina knew his potential and why he was valued as a trade. But DJ Moore is the MVP for the Bears. He's the reason why the Bears move forward. Verdict for the Bear fans, guys. I'm sorry, but you're going to miss the playoffs. By that much. Sorry. I just feel it in my bones. You guys are going to get there. You're going to get excited. You're going to get to the door and then be like, we got 10 wins. And be like, sorry. The limit is now 11 wins. But you missed that cheap shot field goal. Or you missed that. Or you got blown out by a team you probably shouldn't have get blown out by. At the worst time. And it probably took place during the first 3 weeks of the season. So it's kind of like, but that was so years ago. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. That's all the rules, man. So I'm sorry, Bears fan, but it looks like that might be your future. A much improved season, yes. But no playoffs. And I think that is where a lot of fans will dictate the season. No playoffs doesn't mean squat. And that concludes the NFC North. We are now going down to the west of the NFC, and we're going to start with the desert itself, with the Arizona Cardinals, as the NFC West is looking a little bit brighter than I thought. So until next time, I'm Cortez, and I'm a critic. Thank you so very much for watching.